bust some herb out for this. So, dig it. Over like the last 40, 50 years, there's been a mass pileup of censorship throughout America. And it's so crazy and weird because, like, hear me out. In particular, even in music or entertainment, but we'll stick with music for right now. When cinema and music and everything first started, they called it the devil's music. Like when Elvis and fucking like Johnny Cash and them would be playing, like it was called the devil's music. Basically, it was like mad, like against the grain, to the point where they even censored the music. Well, that became a thing, and they started censoring other things, and then up until like the 1990s, maybe 80s, 89, 88 or something like that, they came out with a parental advisory sticker, which was basically a fucking label that you see it all the time now. Like it's all on the album covers and shit. Well, during that process, man, there was a huge ordeal about putting labeling on CDs, because basically that was a form of censorship. That was a form of fucking like censoring the product. And how fucking Al Gore's old lady put it was basically, it was giving the parents awareness that the product may be harmful to the fucking child, in a nutshell. Well, that shit passed. And then it got kind of to a point where, like, even though that was accepted within the community, we were able to freely express ourselves. We could say shit. We could say, you can do whatever you wanted to in the late 90s, early 2000s, as far as expressing your fucking thoughts and your creativity and just your opinion about shit. Now, slowly we've kind of like transformed into a fucking like straight dictatorship of thoughts now, because it's like, now if you have a separate opinion from the public mass, you are fucking phobic of that. Like, if you don't like being around gay dudes, you're homophobic. If you don't like fucking going to goddamn parks, you're fucking park phobic. It's just so much. You can't, it's tough just to be oneself anymore. Like, you have to like agree with the masses. If not, you're a fucking hater, or you're just a terrible human being. And it slowly became that over time, man. And what I'm getting at is, censorship is a bad fucking thing. Like, there's been wars and there's been like tons of like fucking battles fought for the fact that, we are able to speak what the fuck we want to say. Whether you like it, whether you don't like it, whether you fucking feel like it's complete bullshit or you completely agree with it, it doesn't matter. It should be fucking not an issue to fucking say it. The whole point of like the First Amendment is freedom of speech. Like, nowadays, entertainers, humans in general, do not have freedom of speech. Like, you have freedom to whisper, you have freedom to maybe murmur, but you do not have freedom of speech. And we definitely need to fucking put a halt on that process of thinking and whole fucking concept. Just because someone says something that hurts your fucking feelings, don't mean you have to like start a goddamn war with the whole fucking person's entire existence. You know what I'm saying? So, again, stop, being a pussy pretty much and get out of your feels. And, yeah, man, like, we're all as one on this earth, man, and not everyone's gonna agree with everything. If it did, they would just make the world a big old gray area. And who the fuck wants to be a bunch of blob gray area people? You know what I mean? Like, fucking, you want to have different fucking forms of thought and different, like, patterns of fucking doing shit and different ways of, like, fucking thinking. Like, the fact that we live in a world where everyone wants to be so fucking sheep and so fucking collective is mind fucking to me. Like, it's okay to be different. It's okay to not fucking be like everyone else. Like, you don't have to buy the same fucking $1,000 Moncler jacket that the other fucking 20,000 people paid $1,000 for. Like, it's okay. You know what I mean? It's okay that you don't like fucking basketball or fucking, you know what I mean? It's okay, dude. Like, that's the whole point, is to have different interests and different things and excitements. So, with that being said, I'm out this bitch like '09. I just want to touch on that shit. Fucking, I'm sure I have other random ass videos pop up where I fucking randomly talk. But, yeah, man. Peace be with y'all. I'm out like '09. Fucking, yeah. Don't be a fucking sheep and say what the fuck you want to say. Peace.